All right, let's just jump right into this. You know how stories usually end, right? There's this big climactic moment, a final declaration that's supposed to settle everything. But what if that final word isn't an ending at all? What if it's the beginning of something way, way more terrifying?
And this is it. This is Wotan's ultimate proclamation. It's this thunderclap of a statement that seems to end the whole debate. He chooses to embrace all of existence, the good, the bad, the ugly, forever. This should be the end of the story. But it's not even close.
And that really is the question, isn't it? After you've beaten all your enemies, after you've rejected every heaven and every easy answer, and you've declared yourself the meaning of the entire earth, what in the world do you do next?
Well, what comes next is this: a ruined marketplace, absolute desolation. Imagine the silence that falls over the broken husks of giant buildings, and standing there, in the middle of it all, are our three figures: Wotan, the so-called victor; Mephistopheles, the eternal tempter; and Faustus, who is something new and, frankly, terrifying.
Now, when we say silence, we're not just talking about a lack of noise. The source material has this amazing phrase for it. It calls it an authentic silence. It's described as a thunderous verdict, which just gives me chills. It's that heavy, suffocating quiet that tells you one world has just ended, and you can feel the crushing weight of whatever is about to start.
And here's the absolute paradox of Wotan's situation. I mean, he won. He is the meaning of the earth. But take a look around. His kingdom is a wasteland. He's achieved this glorious isolation. It's like climbing the highest mountain in the world, only to realize you're totally alone and you can't breathe. There's this huge psychological chasm that separates him from everyone, even the two beings standing right there with him.
You know, that kind of total isolation is the perfect breeding ground for a whole new kind of war. The big philosophical debate about humanity, that's over. What starts now is something so much more personal, a chilling wager aimed right at the heart of who Wotan is.
So who is this new rival? Well, that's what's so brilliant about it. It's not an opposite. It's a dark reflection. Faustus is the overman's shadow. He has all the same godlike power that Wotan has. But here's the twist. Where Wotan is all about creating new values, Faustus is just a powerful slave to hunger. He's a mirror showing Wotan exactly what he could become without a purpose, just pure meaningless power.
And that's the new challenge, whispered by Mephistopheles. The first bet, he says, was just a comedy about how weak humans are. This is the ongoing proof. It's so much more dangerous. The question isn't, can you beat the weak anymore? Now it's, can you survive an endless fight with a twisted version of your own greatness?
The real gut punch here, the terrible irony, is that Wotan's victory didn't set him free. Oh no, it actually forged the bars of his own prison. All those internal philosophical struggles he thought he'd overcome, they're now the literal, moving parts of this massive, metaphysical trap that Mephistopheles has designed just for him.
So let's break down how this trap works. Step 1, Mephistopheles forces Wotan to fight his shadow self, Faustus. Step 2, he takes that whole concept of slave morality, the thing Wotan fought so hard against, and he weaponizes it. It's not a weakness anymore, it's an intelligent cage. And finally, step 3, the bait, a truly seductive choice between two different kinds of absolute power.
And that choice, right there, is the entire heart of this new struggle. It's basically a referendum on what power is even for. Is the whole point of sovereignty to create something new, or is it just to consume what's already there?
I mean, look at these two paths. Wotan's path is that of the creator. It's this immense, unending burden of having to invent new values out of thin air. It is hard, thankless work. But then you have Faustus, offering the path of the consumer, the effortless sovereignty of nihilism. Why go through all the trouble of building a new world when you can just be king of the ashes? It's such a hollow but oh so seductive promise.
And this choice is so powerful because Wotan is already under incredible pressure. You've got the sheer desolation of his victory. I mean, is being king of a wasteland really winning? And then there's this deep cosmic level of burnout. He willed this eternal recurrence. But can any being, even a god, actually stand an exhausting repetition of life forever without eventually just giving in and taking the easy way out?
All of these pressures, they all converge, and they complete his transformation. He's no longer just the guy who inspires humanity to be better. He has become something else, something entirely new.
He has become the arrow of longing. Just think about that for a second.
He's not the archer aiming at a target anymore. He is the arrow. He is a living vector just flying through the void, propelled only by his own terrible freedom. He has no map, no destination, except for the one he forges for himself in every single moment of flight.
And this, right here, is his final trial. He's escaped the safe, shallow waters of the herd, but now he's in the middle of a vast, open ocean. He's free, completely free, but he's facing a horizon that has no shore. His greatest enemies aren't Mephistopheles or Faustus anymore. His enemies are the endless waves of his own exhaustion and his own solitude. This is a battle of pure endurance.
Which, of course, brings us to the final, lingering question. Wotan got what so many people dream of: absolute, total freedom. But when you're all alone in an endless ocean, with the responsibility to create all meaning for all of eternity, is that freedom really a victory? Or is it a life sentence?